Hello, good evening, everyone. First of all, I'd like to welcome you all in this counseling webinar. And here today, it's not a general webinar, it's a counseling webinar where we will be sharing the details of the industry and we'll be discussing about the program that we have launched. It's a very unique program. For the first time in India, we have launched this program with pay after placement option. So we'll be discussing everything one by one. So let's start with the presentation. I hope my screen is visible. Can Rajkumar confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you, Rajkumar. So let's begin with this a very unique webinar and a career counseling webinar. So today we are about to talk about the assured career in clinical trials. And what is the highlights of this webinar? We will be discussing about the clinical trial industry and the career options in the clinical trial industry. And what is the advantage of basically clinical research or the trial industry? What is the e-learning program, its advantage, and our program advantage? What is our guaranteed placement support, and what is all about the pay after placement? So let's dive deep into the webinar and explore everything. So today we have segregated or separated this webinar in four sections, four major sections. In first section, we'll be discussing about the industry, and the second, this career opportunity, third about the program, and fourth, we'll be opening up for the Q&A session, where we will be having all the discussion. I will be clearing all your doubts, answering your questions. Just a moment. Just for a moment, there was some technical glitch. Try to reshare the presentation. It will take just a moment to reshare the presentation. I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So my presentation is there on your screen. Great. Fine. Sorry for the inconvenience due to some technical reasons. So now, yeah. So this is like we will discussing about the clinical trial, which is a launch pad for the life sciences graduate. So first, we need to understand that this is a domain or career which is for the life sciences graduate. Life sciences means who have studied the life sciences subjects like either the pharma, medical graduates, or the BSc, MSc in the life sciences, that is zoology and botany, and other biotech also, nursing also. Now, let's understand what is clinical trial. It's very much important. Basically, there are a lot of confusion. I met, discussed with a lot of people on the day-to-day basis, and they're confused about the terms of clinical trial. Most of the people understanding that clinical research is the term. Basically, clinical trial is umbrella term. And under clinical trial, there are multiple departments of the process like clinical research, pharmacovigilance, and clinical data management, regulatory affairs, medical writing. There are so many, 50, more than 15 departments are working in coordination to conduct a complete clinical trial. So clinical trial is strategy or research study that tests new medical approaches in people. This can include medication, device, surgery, or even diet plans. The goal is to see if these interventions are safe and effective. People volunteer to participate in these trials, and researchers closely monitor their health throughout the process. Clinical trials are essential for developing new treatment and improving healthcare. So anything which goes inside the human body, whether it's a drug or it's like device or anything, even there's some kind of cosmetics are also they also fall under the category of the under the purview of the clinical trial. Now, understanding the industry and the growth, the industry, global industry size and the growth, and we'll also discuss the Indian market situations. So, if I talk about the global clinical trial market, again, it's booming and growing day by day. The present value is around $80 billion, and which is a huge market size. And this is growing by around 5.4 to 8.7 CAGR percent per year, and it is about to reach or double by 2030, the year 2030. So you can see also the growth is very high. So if there is confusion that the trial is stagnant or there's no growth in the trial, so it should be like taken away from your mind or removed from your mind that yes, it's a growing industry. Now, why trial is going? So several factors drives this growth. The rising chronic disease, one of the major factor for the increased clinical trial globally. And investment is also increasing in research and development by pharmaceutical companies and the governments also. And there are a lot of drugs which are into the pipeline. Again, there's one major factor: the COVID-19 pandemic further fueled the market expansion as companies raced to develop vaccines and treatment. And we felt that the industry, the pharma industry, was not ready to fight with such a pandemic. So they want to be more ready for such any future mishaps. With a focus on area like virtual trials and improved patient recruitment, the clinical trial market is expected to continue its upward trajectory. So it's always like the trial is going to grow by a good percentage. Now, talking about the Indian perspective, clinical trial market is valued at 2.25 billion in 2023, and it is projected to like $5 billion by 2033. So you can easily assume the next 5, 7, 8 years are very crucial for Indian market, and there will be lot of companies coming to the India, and a lot of process will be coming to India. And there are major factors I'll be discussing in this slides. The growth is driven by large pool patients, cost effectiveness, and skilled medical workforce. This is the one of the major factor the companies are coming to India, or the process is about to come to India, because first we have the largest patient pool in the world, and again it's not the largest. It's the variation is very high. The drug is conducted on multiple factors like gender, ethnicity, climate is there, the genetical diversification is also considered. So we have the widest range of the genetical variations in this country. So this is one of the major factor. Obviously, the trial is cost effective in India compared to Europe or USA, Canada, or Australia. So people are the companies are eyeing towards Indian market, so that they can complete the trial or conduct the trial in the cost effective manner. And obviously, we have one of the largest pool of the skilled medical workforce. This is one of the major factors that companies are coming to India. And as per some information or the reports, there are 5, 6 companies who are about to set up their process in India in next 1 year. And also, after 2019, the government efforts to streamline regulations are making India more attractive for the trial. So government is also putting its effort to make the trial possible in India, and more company come to India for conducting trial. Yeah, now a very a brief the picture of the entire clinical trial. Who are the stakeholders? Who controls the trial and how the trial is conducted? So there are five, six stakeholders, major stakeholders in the trial. First is a sponsor. A sponsor may be pharma company, maybe government agency, maybe universities also, the research universities who provide fund for the trial. Then comes the CRO, where your job role will be there. Contract research organization. They are the middleman or the conductor of the clinical trial. So they get funded by the sponsors and they conduct the clinical trial on behalf of the sponsors. Now, there are investigators. They are the doctors. They are doctors working on site with the patients, with the other stakeholders, and they administer the dose to the patient and then monitor the ADR, adverse drug reactions. Then comes the regulatory authorities, also a major stakeholder. They are the monitor of entire clinical trial. So they regulate everything. Final reports goes to the regulatory body, and then on the basis of the report, they take the decision that whether to approve that drug or not to approve that drug. And then comes the ethics committee. Ethics committee are the independent set of people who are experienced people, and they work in coordination, and they monitor whether everything is going rightly or not, whether any malpractices is going or not. So they monitor everything. Now comes the data monitoring. There's again a set of people of the committee who monitors the trial data, because trial data is very crucial. It's very complicated data. If there is anything is changed or the hampered, then the result of entire trial will be different. So these are the basic stakeholders of the clinical trial. Yeah, now coming to your question or your concern, what is the career progression in clinical trial? So you can see I have just divided it with the three major departments, which is the entry-level jobs. The first is clinical research. So you can see for the 0 to 2 year experience, and all the salary I have mentioned is the lakhs per annum. So it's LPA. So don't confuse with anything like monthly or the what is the salary. So in the first 0 to 2 years, you become the clinical research coordinator or trial assistant or CRA1, and your salary would be 3.5 to 5.5 lakhs per annum. Similarly, with the 2 to 5 year experience, you grow as a senior and salary becomes 5.5 to 8.5. And then with the 5 to 8 years, it goes up to 14 lakhs. And with the 8 to 10 years, it goes up to 20 lakhs. And the 10 year experience, it goes plus 35 lakhs. So it all depends on your performance, your skills, and your knowledge that you acquire during your work in the industry. And this is not fixed always. But yes, these are the standard salary which the people are getting. This is a practical salary figure from the authentic source. And you can see how good growth is there compared to any other industry that I'll talk later on in this slide, in the presentation. Now, similarly for the pharmacovigilance, you will join as a drug safety associate, pharmacovigilance associate, or PV officer, and salary would be 3.5 lakhs. It again range. Why there is a range? Because it depends on your skills in or your performance in the interview, and your knowledge and city also. There are sometimes company has a different salary structure, and the location wise also the salary is very different. So in the metro cities, the salaries are higher. In the smaller cities, salaries are a bit lower. So similarly, with 2 to 5, it goes up to 8, then 12, and 18 lakhs, and then 30 plus lakhs is the salary for the pharmacovigilance people in the industry. Talking about the clinical data management, it's almost same. There is a bit variations. Depends again on the skill sets. So with the entry level, it's 3.5 to 5 lakhs, and you become data entry coordinator, data entry associate, junior clinical data manager, and with the experience, your salary grows to the 8 lakhs, then 12 lakhs, then 18, and 30 plus is there. And there's one advantage in clinical data management people also, that once they work for 0 to or 2 to 3 years in the industry, and then they can choose for this like data analytics career, which is like you might have heard about the clinical SaaS, or now the R programming is also coming into clinical data analytics. So, but again, just fresher entry level jobs are very less available in the data analytics. So with the data analytics, salaries are much higher. Like if you work for 10 years in data analytics, you can easily earn up to 40 and 50 lakhs per annum. So you can compare with the other industry. The growth is very, very high. And I'm all talking about the Indian salaries. I'm not talking about international salaries. Yeah, now I'll try to give a glimpse and a basic idea of the difference between the clinical trial and the pharmaceutical manufacturing company, basically. Because you all are from life sciences background, either pharma graduate or medical graduate or BSc, MSc, biotech graduates. So there are two options. Either you go for like the pharma manufacturing as a QA, QC, or in the becomes a medical rep in the pharma company. And there is one good option in clinical trials. So just quickly, I will explain these things. So first, the career growth. So there is a rapid career growth in clinical trial, which is a slower in a pharmaceutical company. The growth is not as fast as the clinical trial. And so it's always a better, the clinical trial is a better career option. Now, the industry demand, the trial is increasing day by day. And till now, there is a very less competition. Fund is very high because even a single drug trial like requires $1 billion investment. So fund wise, it's like sound industry, and you can get easy jobs, and the salaries are also good here. So increasing demand globally with ongoing clinical trials. Whereas in pharmaceutical company, the demand is stable, but again, it's limited to manufacturing or R&D roles, which is again QA, QC job roles. So clinical trial have more dynamic opportunities. Talking about the job diversity, a wide range of job roles like CRA, CRC, CDM, PV, and regulatory affairs. And whereas in the pharma, it's limited roles like R&D and QA and production. So these are very limited. So clinical trial provides you the diverse career options. Yeah, talking about the global exposure, there's a like one thing which needs to be understood. The trial is same everywhere. Whether the drug is conducted in India or in US or Europe or Canada or even any country, Africa also, the process will be same. So almost same software are like utilized, same set of rules are utilized, guidelines are same. So you don't need to train yourself, upgrade yourself if you are moving to any other country. So there is a high chance to work on international trials and projects. Whereas in the pharma company, exposure is most limited to regional markets only. So trial is always like for the better. If you want to go for the global opportunity, trial is better career for you. Yeah, earning potentials, competitive salary with rapid increment. You have seen in the last slides that increments are very high. So it's always, and in the pharma company, it's a moderate salaries with slower increments. You will get like if 5 years in pharma company, you can reach up to 5 lakhs maximum. Whereas as in client company, the 5 expenses you can reach easily up to 8 lakhs rupees, which is always a better compared if you're comparing financially. Learning opportunity, extensive learning in research methodology and regulations. Huge learning. You learn a lot of things in this industry, you upgrade yourself. Whereas very limited to specific functions like production or QC in pharma company. So clinical trial provides more continuous learning throughout the career, and which gives you the rewards also in the term of like respect, in term of like satisfaction, and obviously financially. And talking about the work-life balance, we have flexible schedules, especially in the monitoring and data roles, whereas in the pharma company is a fixed and like often requires extended work hours, even their rotational shift like night hours, and you have to work on Sundays also. Whereas in clinical trial is fixed 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and a lot of paid holidays are there, almost 30 holidays, paid holidays in a year. So you have a good work-life balance, which is very much important if you are like considering a career, because maybe for the initial phases you might feel that your knowledge is going toward like pharma manufacturing, or you want to work in QA/QC, but after working for 3-4 years, it's not like easy to work with the chemicals or in the like hectic job schedules. So this way the pharma company is always like sorry clinical trial is always a better career compared to the pharma company. I'm not saying the pharma job roles are not good, but when I am comparing, we are comparing always the trial is better. Okay, now like impact of work, like direct contribution to drug development and patient safety. This is the one like you are working towards the humankind. You are contributing toward to the humanity and the humankind, their lives. And where in the pharma company, you are contributing mainly towards the manufacturing and compliances. So you are working just to benefit some companies or some like process. So clinical trial have a more meaningful impact in the life. If I talk about entry barrier, easier entry for life sciences graduate with specialized training, and whereas in a pharma company, higher qualification requires for R&D like masters or the doctorate if you want to grow in that industry. So talking about the graduates, easy access. Trial is the easy access. And the future scope, industry projects to grow significantly in the coming years, as I discussed earlier also. Growth is steady in pharma manufacturing or pharmaceutical companies, but not as dynamic as clinical research. So overall, if I talk about the career in clinical trial is a better option for the life sciences graduate compared to the pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, so this is very much important section. What is the eligibility criteria for the entry level job? Today we'll discuss about the entry level jobs only. For every other department, whether it's a clinical operation, that is clinical research, site management, medical affairs, regulatory affairs, data management, pharmacovigilance, project management. Sorry, not pharmacovigilance. I apologize. So everybody from life sciences like PharmD, B Pharm, M Pharm, MBBS, BDS, BMS, BHMS, BSc, MSc, life sciences, medical laboratories, nursing, BTech, MTech, biotech, they all can work in this domain. Only the safety and drug safety and pharmacovigilance, people who have studied pharmacology as their subject in the graduation can only work. So like PharmD, B Pharm, M Pharm, MBBS, BDS, BMS, BHMS, nursing, they can only work. So it's my personal advice, whether like you go with us or with any other institutions, if they are not, if you are not like you have not studied pharmacology as your subject, don't go for the pharmacovigilance as your subject, because this will just waste your time and money. If it's because companies are not hiring the people who have not studied pharmacology as a subject in the pharmacovigilance department. Now, important key skills required apart from like the basic knowledge, the knowledge you have studied in your graduations. If you are trying for a job or career in the clinical research, familiarity with EDC, electronic data capture system, is very much required, and basic knowledge of Microsoft Office, regulatory regulations and guidelines, and clinical trial management software. You need to have the knowledge of these things if you want to apply for clinical research. So companies are not hiring anyone in maximum situations, any candidate without knowledge of the proper knowledge of these things. Same for the data management, Excel, database management system that is specialized to the clinical trial data management, EDC, that is electronic data capture, data entry, validation process. You need to know everything to work in the data management, clinical data management department. Same for the drug safety and the pharmacovigilance. You need to have the basic understanding of safety database. They need hands-on experience on any other software like RSG, Argus. There are multiple softwares, Tara PV, and many more softwares are there. So basic, the more softwares industry is using is majorly IRSG or Oracle Argus. And basic understanding of coding dictionary, that is Medra, WH, PubMed. You need to have the knowledge of coding dictionaries. And then the ability to use adverse event reporting system. This is again very much required. So understanding this without the proper knowledge or proper hands-on experience, company avoid to hire people because they don't want to invest their time the next 4 months, 5 months, or even the amount of money also, because once you are on board, the company needs to pay your salary. So they are not going to like pay for fresher who don't have knowledge. They want the people nowadays who can just come on board, take a training of like 15 days or 20 days at max, and start working in the process. Yeah, similarly for the regulatory affairs, the proficiency in document management software is required, and the ability to navigate regulatory database and websites. You need to know how to do that, and understanding of electronic submission, because in regulatory department you will be submitting the documents, the reports to the regulatory authority on their electronic format. And same for the medical affairs or medical writing. The proficiency in medical literature database is knowledge is required, and good knowledge is required. Medical coding system, that is Medra, WHOART, and medical writing software, that is Microsoft Word and Note, and a very good command on English, written and verbal both. If you want to work for the medical writing department, good knowledge of English in both written and verbal is required in this industry. So these are the basic skills, key skills, additional skills that is required. Talking about the additional skills required, and this is like I am surprised all the time, because most of the people, I am not talking about you people, you are very sincere and have joined this webinar. But on daily basis, I see in my like database, there are hundreds of people are applying for this course, and we are sharing the details on their WhatsApp and everything, and they are not bothered to go through the pages itself. So how like it's possible that you can work for such a serious industry where a lot of attention to the details are required? So again, if you are planning to enter this industry, try to read all the documents, each and every word. This is very much required, because in this industry a lot of attention is required, because like if you are working for any adverse reaction, even a single mistake will change the result of entire trial. So attention to detail is very much required, and ability to meticulously review, analyze data, documents, and protocols to ensure accuracy and adherence to the standards. Organizational skills is very much required. You need to work in an organizational structure. You should not be like isolated. And a lot of people I see, even in our classes which are going on, there are a lot of students still now who don't want to like discuss or like contribute to the classes. You should need to develop these habits. You need to develop these skills. Very much important. Communication skills, very much important. This is an industry where you need to communicate on like regular basis. You have to discuss with your managers, even the regulatory. You have to discuss with the regulatory, your MH also, like the pharma company. If somebody is like, there will be a lot of meeting also, because trial is conducted in the different corner of the world simultaneously. The same trial may be conducted in India and Africa and Australia also. So you have to be like a very good communicator when you are presenting your report. And critical thinking, again, this is not a like run-on-mill process. You need to be very critical, like having the ability to think critically, because there will be a lot of situations where you need to have, you have to make decisions. So this is very important. Now teamwork, again, because this is not individual work. You will be working with thousands and thousands of people in this industry. So you need to have the skills to work in a teamwork. Yeah, so these are the basic additional skills that is required. And even like if you are trying for a job, you should focus on these things. Now we will discuss about in this section, we will discuss about our program that we have launched. And this is one of the most unique course in the clinical trial that ever have been launched. And we have worked with many years in this industry, and we've like faced many students who have invested multiple lakhs of rupees in their graduation. Like if you go for any B Pharma, it's at least 5, 7, 8 lakhs of rupees investment, or any graduation, there are lakhs of rupees of investment. So, and again, they are not getting a job. So it's again, you know, the reality that after graduation, India, the students don't become like skilled enough to get a job. So we have like faced many issues, and we have discussed with many students, and finally we are able to launch this offer, because we have discussed with many stakeholders. There are a lot of investors who become ready for this program, and then only we were able to launch this program. So this is like Advanced Diploma in Clinical Research, Pharmacovigilance, and Clinical Data Management. This is entry-level course for the entry-level career. And the concept is pay after placement. We'll discuss, and it's not 100%. Obviously, I have written it very clearly that you have to pay the registration amount, that is around 25% of the fees, and the rest up to 75% you will pay only when you get a job. Until you don't get a job, you don't pay anything. Very simple. It will be written contract with in both parties, that will not charge anything until you are placed in the industry, and obviously after placement you will pay us back, and that is not like one time. I will discuss everything. Coming to the next section, first, we are a leading institute in specialized in training graduates and professional clinical research and other domains also. We are training people in the other domains also. And this, like our unique pay after placement programs, we provide customized course aligned with the global standard, delivered by the experienced industry professionals. Our practical training and internship opportunity equips the students with real-world skills and valuable industry insights. Flexible e-learning options ensures convenience while maintaining top-notch quality, and our assured placement support helps you land a job right after completing the course. And so choose Genie Learning to thrive in the clinical trial or clinical research field. Yeah. So like why Genie Learning? Again, no other institute in India uh, is offering this like pay after placement. In every institute, whether they are 20 years old or they are just a new company, you have to pay your fees in advance, maybe like 2 or 3 installment, but before completion of the course, that is sure. Because I have worked in industry for many years, and overall, I have experience of 25 years in the industry. So I know each and every sector of this education. So you have to pay in advance, like either 50% before the admission or 50% in the coming month, the 1 month. But again, in our program, you'll pay only 25% of the fees. That is registration plus LMS charge, that what you are charging. Now, we have a global industry curriculum. After our program, you can work anywhere in this globe. You are eligible to work in any country. Second factor, most important, we don't hire any college professors. So they are very good and that their theoretical knowledge, but this is not a theoretical course, this is a job-oriented course. So we hire only senior industry professionals. Like if I talk, I don't take the name and the company name, but like our CR trainer, clinical research trainer, is 17 years experience in the world's top company, a Bangalore-based office. Our PV trainer is from TCS. Our CDM trainer is again from Germany, and our regulatory trainer is from Parexel. So all the people you will be getting interacted are from the industry. They are not any local guy, and they are still working in the industry with that, at the top management level. And obviously, we have industry internship because you will be getting live hands-on experience on the projects, and we'll be sharing with the data. You have to analyze the data. You have to submit the data. Obviously, live submission on regulatory sites is not possible because if somebody, any institute tells you that you will be like doing the live submissions, it's not possible because these are very critical data, and until unless you are working on any particular clinical trial, you are not allowed to access the regulatory sites. Yeah, so the live projects are there. Always you will be getting live projects because we are working with many companies. We are like having multiple process also. So you will be getting the live projects, live data, and the submission will be dummy. Submission is like all the practice in the software is to make you ready for the real interviews. The company don't assume that you are expert because you are going for an entry level job. So they are looking for someone who can understand the process, who knows how to handle software, who knows the theoretical things like the guidelines and everything process, and they are smart enough to work. So this is the things the companies are looking for. Now, the very much important for that you all are here is guaranteed placement support. We provided support, placement support, and obviously we are not claiming like guaranteed placement, but yes, guaranteed placement support, and that I'll discuss later on in this slide, how our placement is really guaranteed. It's unlike the other institutions who are like just claiming the guaranteed placement. Yeah. Now, our advantage, as I discussed, is in detail the global industry curriculum in the senior industry trainers, live projects, internship, and guaranteed placement support. We will be working with you until you are in the job. Yeah. Now, the courses, we are having multiple courses, but this webinar is for the first three, like entry level, clinical research, pharmacovigilance, and clinical data management. They are the courses. We also have clinical SaaS program with us, which we'll be launching. But again, in the present market scenario, the industry is not hiding the freshers in the clinical SaaS. So just don't go. If it opens up, we'll get the feedback. We'll launch a batch for that also. Yeah. Now, there are regulatory affairs, medical writing, pharma business analytics, which is again a growing sector, but that is for the experienced people, not for the freshers, and IPR and patent that we have the courses, programs in these sectors. Now, what is our advantage? The J learning program advantage. All this program is the e-learning mode. We will be training you live on either Google Meet or Zoom, and you will have a similar interaction with your faculty, your batchmates, like you studied in your classroom. Like today, we all are here and discussing everything. We'll be discussing more towards Q&A session. And we have a very strong LMS, and it's a 24/7 available and throughout the year, so that in any case you missed any topic, you can just go back and revise all the things on your LMS. All your notes, your PPT, all your assignments, everything will be uploaded on your LMS. And software training is obviously important part of this program. We have the university edition of most of the softwares that being used in the industry, or the trial version also. And the real industry trainer, I discussed that we all have the people from the industry. We don't hire people from the local market or the universities, because again, this program carries a risk on us also, the financial risk. So we cannot take a risk on hiring people who cannot train you at par with the industry requirement. And again, the placement support, our team will start working with you from day one, and they will train you on multiple things. They are a separate department for pre-placement department, we call it, where you will be trained on multiple things like English communication and written, verbal, both, and soft skills. There will be a lot of mock interviews. Continuous, our placement department keeps track with students and as well as the companies' vacancies, so that our students can get easily placed in the industry. Now, what is the advantage of e-learning? So there's very much confusion in the market that there are a lot of students, they want to go for the physical classes. So like, if you talk about the e-learning, first you have access of global industry faculty. Like our faculties are from Germany also, from Canada also. We are now in the process of onboarding one faculty senior guy from the USA, which is not possible in any physical center. Suppose somebody is working in the industry, like if someone of you is working in the industry, so how is it possible that you also go for a training, physical training to the institution, which is not possible. So in the practically in a physical classroom, either people not working in the industry are going for that training, or they have not served in the industry, they have not worked in the industry, so they don't have the practical exposure as of now. Second, cost saving from both a point of view. Like first, you don't need to relocate. Suppose you are living in a smaller city, or someone near to Pune or Mumbai or Bangalore or Hyderabad or Delhi. Either you have to relocate yourself, which is like at least a 15,000 rupees per month, the living cost. And the traveling cost is there. Time you invest, a lot of time invest in traveling, 2-3 hours at least a daily. So time efficiency, you can save those times and invest in learning, your learning, fine. And again, in online classes, e-learning mode, you have the LMS access, so you can revisit recordings, you can access recorded sessions, review missed classes, or revisit complex topics as many times as needed, ensuring better understanding compared to the physical classes. Now, enhanced flexibility, like adapt your learning schedule around personal and professional commitment for greater convenience. Like our classes are conducted in the evening session, same like 8 p.m. in the evening, we start the session. So if anybody is like working in the industry, they can also take these classes, which is not possible in any physical classes, because they don't have like all industry. So now our the great advantage, what is our edge? The first is AI, that I'll discuss about this. So AI is one which we are only who have launched in this country. Just a moment, yeah. Please give me a moment. Rajkumar, can you confirm, is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you for confirming. Yeah. So, yeah. So AI is one topic. There are a lot of confusion of why AI, but yes, in present scenario, the world has started using AI in the clinical trial also, like for the data management, for the pharmacovigilance also, in the case processing. AI speed up. AI will not eat up your job, because this is not an industry which is meant for AI. There will be multiple cases different type of cases in every situation. So AI will help you. Obviously, AI will enter this industry, but it will not eat up your jobs. It will help you. Like I take an example of case processing. In normal condition, a single person can process 10 cases or 12 cases a day. But with the help of AI, the person can process at least 20 cases a day. So obviously, the company will hire people who have the more efficiency, who can process more cases a day, because also company needs the like flexibility of profit also. Now, the most important, risk-free education, like with the Genie Learning, a pay after placement program, you learn from the experts, gain practical skills, and secure a job before paying, and which will ensure your career success without financial stress. So this is one of the biggest thing that we could have launched, and we are proud that we were able to make this program successful. So this was about the career and our advantage. And this is the contact number. We will be also sharing directly with you on your message, WhatsApp, and the message also, our details. You can contact us directly. Now, we'll just go through our programs that what we will be studying. So there are three course options. I think most of you have got the detailed pages, the link of the pages that we have the programs. We have detailed syllabus on that. I'll also share that page. So the first module, for if you're going for the clinical research with pharmacovigilance, the first module for the will be the clinical research, which is common for all, common to all. And the second is the pharmacovigilance. Third will be AI. Again, I discussed, it's a very unique and very detailed syllabus we are covering in the AI for the clinical trial specifically. It's not a general AI or chat GPT, it's a very detailed AI for the clinical trial. And pre-placement module, again, in the pre-placement module is not just simple mock interviews, a very detailed study that you will be taught about the spoken English, the written English, and soft skills training is there, how to prepare a CV, how to design your like social media platform like on the LinkedIn or even the Naukri.com, everything will be taught. There will be a series of mock interviews. We'll be calling the real HR from the industry. They will be having mock sessions with you, which will make you confident and ready for the real job. And there is a fifth module, which is add-on module, and we are not charging anything for this. So this you can choose from regulatory affairs or medical writing. Anyone you can choose as a topic. And this will be additional. So it's just not additional. The entire syllabus is also covered in the additional module 5 also. So after doing this course, you can enter into any industry, like either in clinical research or pharmacovigilance or even the regulatory or medical writing. Similarly for CR, CDM, clinical research, clinical data management, CR will be the first topic, CDM will be the second, AI and pre-placement, and again the optional topic is there. You can choose anyone from regulatory and medical writing. We have a combination of all three also, but the fees is a bit higher. So in the CRPV CDM, clinical research, pharmacovigilance, and CDM, where we'll be training on CR, clinical research, pharmacovigilance, clinical data management, AI plus pre-placement is there. And again, optional topic is also there. You can choose from anyone. Talking about the fees, it's a very much important. You were just waiting for this, and everybody asked me first question about the fees. So yes, we have a fees, and not like very lucrative fees like the other institutions, but yes, we have a very justified fee structure. So 59,000 is the fees for the entire program, plus GST. Obviously, tax is the part of government that we don't have any control on that. I don't know why the government is charging so much tax, but again, so total tax will be total fees will be including taxes will be 69,620 rupees. And but you don't have to pay that much at the time of admission. You will pay only registration fees. That includes the registration, examinations, and the LMS charges. And so it's a 15,000 plus tax. The total it is like 17,700 rupees. And it's a fees that you will pay at the time of admission. The rest 51,920, that is around 52,000 rupees, you'll be paying only after placement. So as a big relax or advantage to the students that we have been able to offer these advantage to the students, that they don't have the liability to pay in advance. Similarly for the CRCDM, same fees there. But if you want to go for all the three, the fees is 79 plus GST. So total it will be like 93,220. But again, if you want to go for this batch. So this is our fee structure, and this we have designed. I'll also discuss about the EMIs. So maybe for someone, it may look like it's on the higher side. I get a lot of questions, but yes, this is not higher. This is justified fee structure. You may find, I'm very much sure that you may find a lot of courses, a lot of institutions offering the same courses, not same quality, same design courses. The overview will be like overlook will be same in lesser price, like 40,000, 45,000 maybe. But when you go inside the program, first you have to pay in advance. That is for sure. Then they will cover the entire topic in like 100, 200 hours. We have 500 plus hour of training. This is also mentioned on our website. Everything we have made it crystal clear on our website. We don't hide anything, including the fee structure, EMI options, everything. So again, it's your decision that again you can like go for a program which is a good justified with a justified fee structure, or like with a lucrative like any fee structure. Now, what is our repayment option? Your repayment will start within 90 days of your first job. So suppose you get a job today, you don't have to pay the entire fees today itself, because we all understand, our investors understand that people who are fresher, they have struggled for 1 year, 6 months, some time to get their first job. They have invested a lot in courses also, in everything also. So they don't need to pay everything at once. First, get yourself settled down, earn your salary for 2 months, and from third month's salary, you start us paying back. And we don't want the entire fees in one go. You may pay us, that is, we will welcome that. But yes, you can pay in 6 or 12 EMIs. That is completely interest-free EMI. We will not charge any interest on any EMI. So it is a very flexible payment, and very you are very much comfortable with this payment option, that you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to like cut a lot of part of your salary for the payment of the fees. You live your life, a better life, and just also pay us back, because we have invested our time, our money, and you can pay us back in 6 or 12 EMIs. So this is the one repayment plan option we have. Now we will be opening for question and answer session. So can you unmute yourself? There's one notification that I want to make, that for this batch, we have introduced additional 40% discount, and which you can avail, but this is limited to this batch only. So suppose like I just share again. So yes, so like taking an example, first course, you paid registration fees, that is 15,000 plus tax, and rest you need to pay like 51,920 rupees. But after discount, you will not pay 51,920. There will be 40% discount. So around you will pay only 32,000 approx. So 20,000 discount is there again flat. But this is limited for this batch only, and we are starting this batch from tomorrow. And the same timing will be the batch will be the first orientation classes will be there. And 1 year extra LMS access will be given to all the students who register for this batch. And this will be like additional 10,000 rupees, because our LMS is annual. We charge annual 10,000 rupees. Somebody wants to take the LMS, so we charge 10,000 rupees for that. So you'll be getting 30,000 discount for this batch. And so now we will be opening up for the Q&A session. Rajkumar, can you just allow everybody to unmute
Okay,
themselves?
sir.
Yeah, I think you are allowed to